Hello, my name is Thomas Luke. I am a second year MD MPH student concentrating in behavioral and community health sciences. Today, I will share some research on adolescent reproductive health education during COVID-19 by evaluating a virtual education model focused on reproductive health that was implemented in New Orleans. I, of course, want to acknowledge the efforts of my fellow NOARP research committee teammates that have helped me through this project. To start with a bit of background, Louisiana currently ranks 4th in the nation for teen birth rate and 3rd for HIV diagnoses. To combat this issue, it has been shown that reproductive health education reduces teen pregnancy and STI rates. NOARP, which stands for the New Orleans Adolescent Reproductive Health Program, is an interprofessional team of LSU HSC, Tulane, and University of Queensland-Ochsner allied health students, all working to ensure that participating high school students have access to age-appropriate, evidence-based, but most importantly, comprehensive reproductive and sexual health education. Before COVID-19, school-based interventions served as a primary source of adolescent reproductive health education, and even fewer students are receiving reproductive health education now due to the constraints of virtual or hybrid learning environments. Like all educators in the past 2 years, NOARP figured that education through a virtual instruction model could increase access to reproductive education during this time. So the purpose of this study is to evaluate the efficacy of the virtual model that our program designed for New Orleans students. Over the last spring, NOARP provided a virtual comprehensive reproductive health education intervention to 133 middle and high school students in New Orleans charter schools, including Homer Plessy Community School and Lesher Charter School. Students completed 8 lessons via Zoom with a live reproductive health educator, and we used a pre-experimental study design. So participants completed a pre and post-test questionnaire that had about 50 multiple choice and true-false style questions in order to evaluate their understanding and proficiency in healthy behavior outcomes as defined by the CDC Health Education Curriculum Analysis Tool. We used a pair t-test comparing pre and post-test results, and we found that before the intervention, the participation average was less than 25 correct answers out of a possible 47 questions, and following the intervention, an increase to above 37 out of 47 questions correct, indicating a significant increase in reproductive health knowledge. Offering virtual reproductive health education provides flexibility and increases access to comprehensive reproductive health education when in-person education is unavailable. Also, this virtual model may serve schools in rural areas with limited access to a qualified reproductive health educator. Looking forward, we are currently still using this virtual format a year later with similar success. We are currently working on a manuscript comparing virtual education to in-person education from our group's results since 2017. And we also want to extend this intervention to rural regions of Louisiana to evaluate the efficacy of this model outside of New Orleans. In conclusion, virtual education is an effective means of providing students with comprehensive reproductive health education in the setting of virtual instruction models due to COVID-19. And our research contributes to the ever-growing body of literature that has documented positive results after participation in comprehensive reproductive health interventions for adolescents. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to answering any questions that you may have.